Welcome, my friends, to a discussion about artificial intelligence. It's something you've heard about for quite a while. I know some of you have already dabbled into it, but for those of you who have not, I wanted to cover very quickly the thesis of this whole AI discussion. Number one, it's new technology. It's been around for a while, but to the average individual, it's new. You need to begin to explore artificial intelligence, not just reading the theoretical babble, but actually getting your hands and your feet wet. I want to encourage you to jump in today. If you've already set up a ChatGPT account, that's a good starting point. Go to chat.openai.com and set up an account. For those of you that have not studied any AI, I want to encourage you to go up to ai.pmsucceed.com. I have a full-blown 10-hour course on artificial intelligence. It's lifetime access, and I am always updating this course. I'm going to be updating it for many more months and years to come. So if you haven't started studying, I'm not just talking about reading theories and definitions. Anyone can do that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually getting your hands and feet wet. I'm going to be showing you today, it's a very quick call for the next 15 minutes thereabouts. I'll be showing you how to create 7 key documents, 7 key artifacts, and carry out certain operations using artificial intelligence. Now, I want to make it clear. You may ask, how do you know this stuff? I've been using AI for a while. I've been experimenting with it. I started using AI about 7 years ago in a totally different industry. It was a music industry. And what I used to give my engineer to do for me and spend hundreds of dollars, I realized that in seconds and minutes, I could get something comparable. Not exactly as what he would do, but something comparable. So I've been dabbling into it for quite a while, and I define myself as an AI aficionado. I've written 3 books on AI. The first one is called AI and the RGB Prompt Engineering Model. The second one is called Artificial Intelligence for Project Managers. And the third one is called the Hollywood Model. And all of these are to help people to better maximize AI. So again, if you go onto ai.pmsucceed.com, you can sign up and register for my course. But let's jump straight into what I have for you for today, which is maximizing the power of AI. It's going to be very quick. It's going to be very scrappy, but let's jump in. Here we go. All right. So the first thing I want you to know is artificial intelligence can be described as a way you talk with intelligence of a computer, or a way you communicate with a computer or with technology. In order to get good in your communication, you got to practice speaking. And one of the quickest ways to get good is to jump straight in and begin to converse with a tool. That's what I did. So I call this prompt engineering essentials. I want you to stop cramming prompts. I want you to stop hoarding prompts, collecting prompts like a chipmunk or a squirrel collects acorns. Stop doing that. Instead, learn to prompt the tool yourself. Okay? There are 3 simple steps. Those of you who have been in the world of Agile have heard these 3 things if you've been in it long enough. And the 3 things are role, goal, and benefit. That's it. That's what the tool needs to know from you. Your role, your goal, and what benefit you're looking to get out. Who are you? What are you looking to do? And what is the overarching benefit? That's the summary of great prompt engineering. If you're able to show the tool what you want, describe it in enough detail, you're going to get something great out of AI. Okay, so welcome to Prompt Engineering Essentials. I'm going to show you how to create a project charter, how to create a project management plan. I'm going to show you how to use earned value. I'm going to show you how to schedule. I'm going to show you how to create a team charter. We're going into world of communications as well, and we're going to do some stakeholder analysis and strategy. So let's jump into the very first one. It's creating a project charter. So I'm going to bring up on the screen my version of ChatGPT, and I'm going to begin querying the tool. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to shrink myself down a little bit so that you can see everything that we're doing here. All right, so let's jump straight in. To create a project charter, You need to understand your role, the goal, and the benefit. And you could start off like this: role as a project manager. Goal, I would like to create a project charter. But you have to be more specific. You have to tell it what the project charter is for. You have to tell it the project, maybe some of the boundaries as much as you can. So I would like to create a project charter for a software implementation project for MS project across the firm at 5 locations across pretty much the world and 5,000 users. It must be installed globally. And the benefit: to put everyone on the same. By the way, it knows typo. So if you ever make a typo, there's no point going back to correct it because it knows what you're trying to say. But for the sake of this illustration, I will correct it. So to put everyone on the same page and engage stakeholders, you can give it some additional information. You could say the sponsor is Jerry Mann, the PM is Phil. Hit enter and boom, off to the races. It does a lot of heavy lifting for you. Creates whatever you ask it to create, puts in the detail in a coherent, sensible manner that a human would have taken definitely, maybe even hours to create, but it does it in mere minutes. Puts all the scope in there, high level scope, high level stakeholders, deliverables, timeline, such and such. These are the kinds of things I would expect project managers to do as a 101. This isn't hard to do, but you do need to know how to query the tool, and you need to be patient enough to put all the information in. Okay? You could go a step further if you've got plugins, and I'm not going to go into GPT-4. I actually do that in the course. So if you want to learn more about using the plugins in ChatGPT-4 to get more out of the tool, go on down to ai.pmsucceed.com, sign up for the course. I'm showing a lot more than what I'm showing here today. All right, so there's your project charter. It's that simple. Now, in the same token, you could ask it, watch this. Once you're on this page and knocking out so much great value from the tool, you don't want to leave this page. You want to stay on this page, and then you want to ask it, based on the charter, as a proactive project manager, go create a detailed project management plan covering all knowledge areas. And the benefit, as usual, is so everyone will be on the same page. Include milestones, budgets, resource information, and dummy data to support this PM plan draft. Hit enter, and it does its thing. So quick that we didn't even see it do what it did. There's your project management plan. Has a lot of content there. It's broken down, the scope, scope verification. Now we call that validation, but you get the idea. Schedule management, cost management, quality, and it's breaking it down the way you would in order of the knowledge areas: communication, risk, procurement, so on and so forth. There are plugins available, just so you know, that can take all of this information, put it into Excel, put it into Word, put it into a PDF, and give you what you're looking for. All right. So at the very beginning, I told you we were going to cover a number of things. We've done the project charter and we've done the project management plan. Now, this is just the beginning. It's to get you further ahead. It's not to do every single thing for you. The next thing we're going to do is use ChatGPT to analyze some earned value data, but I'm also going to show you how you can use it to create some earned value dummy data for you. So again, using the RGB model subliminally, now you've gotten the role, the goal, the benefit, and the tool is smart. You don't need to keep telling them the project manager, and it knows. So the role is established. So you can go straight to the goal. Okay, to make that bigger so you can see it. And you're just going to say create earned value dummy data for this project showing EV, PV, AC, SPI, CPI to create a draft template for stakeholders to agree. Include 10 sample tasks for this implementation. Hit the enter button and off it goes to the races. I'm telling you, ChatGPT is super smart. It would take a human hours to come up with this dummy data. It has done this for us in seconds. Seconds. Just take a look at that. With all the fields explained. Okay. The second thing I'm going to do with ChatGPT now is use ChatGPT 4 to analyze an earned value sheet. So I'm going to go to a new chat and we're going to earn value sheet in advanced data analysis right now. I am going to drag a sheet from a folder that I have here. And this is the earned value construction report that I created before the meeting started. I'm going to drag this and I'm going to drop it straight into ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, analyze this project. How is the performance in terms of schedule and cost overall? Analyze like an experienced project manager. All right, so I've given it the command, hit enter. It is first of all going to analyze this earned value sheet. So when you give a sheet to ChatGPT, it will first of all analyze it. And it's giving you an idea of what it could do, the formulas and stuff that it could apply to the sheet. And it's saying, now I'll read the data from the uploaded file and calculate these metrics. Well, ChatGPT doesn't know that I already have these metrics in there for each task. What I'm going to do while ChatGPT is thinking is show you what this sheet actually looks like. So I'm going to open the sheet and I'm going to show you the sheet that it's analyzing. So here it's got the tasks, PV, EV, AC, SPI, CPI, CV, SV. And now it's showing us what its analysis is. So it's doing the right thing. It's computing the cumulative values as it should for PV, EV, and AC. In order to know the overall health or state of a project, you got to compute these, right? So it's given me cumulative PV, cumulative EV, cumulative AC. Now it's going to throw in these numbers to the formula, and it will know at a high level what the cumulative SPI, CPI, CV, and SV is. So that's what it's doing here. So it's computed the overall cost variance is minus 6,885. That means over budget. It's calculated the schedule variance. Not only is it calculating the numbers, it is also telling you what the numbers mean. So it said you are ahead of schedule, which is right on the money. The CPI, we can tell this is over budget, and the SPI, it's above 1. So we obviously know that this is ahead of schedule. Okay, and this is how detailed it can get, my friends, which is why before I started, I told you I am going to show you how to do stuff with a tool. I'm fed up of seeing big old $3,000, $5,000 courses promising they're going to teach you AI, and at the end of the day, you're high and dry. Ain't no AI, you're high and dry, which is why you need to go to ai.pmsucceed.com if you're a project manager and you want to get in on a program that has been teaching project managers this topic for several months. I would advise you to do that. And I'm also bringing in a lot of pragmatism. I'm showing you how you can use this for almost any field. And it's a lifetime access program. So don't miss a beat. Jump on the wagon right now. Okay? Let's move on and take a look at something else we can do with artificial intelligence. So we've covered the project charter, the project management plan, and earned value. Let's jump a little bit into the world of scheduling. Now, for this same project that we have up on the screen here, all we're going to do is ask ChatGPT to build us a schedule. And I call this the one-page trick. You got to get smart when you use these things, my friends. The one-page trick is just to use one page to create all these things. Okay, so we're going to ask it to create a project schedule using this information. Include 25 tasks and build it out clearly and pragmatically. Hit the enter button and off it goes. It's going to do its thing. It's going to give you dependencies, which is very helpful, duration, start and end dates, and whatever content that you get out of ChatGPT, you can always take it back into Smartsheet or Microsoft Project or whatever tool. You can import the data, the dependencies, all that. I've shown it quite a few times on my YouTube channel. Works tremendously. So here it is. It's giving you a table. It's giving you start date, end date, duration. It's going pretty deep. And it's giving you like some placeholders between 3 and 23. It expects you to fill in the blanks. You can always challenge it, right? You could say, actually, fill in all the data. Do not skip tasks to number 25. And it said, certainly, let's present the full schedule with all the tasks from task 1 to task 25. So it's going to work. It's giving me a bunch of things. And you got to see what happened just there. ChatGPT was wondering, am I referring to the Excel file which has construction data, or am I referring to what I was doing before? Because I had already forgotten, I'd left the previous page. So I'm in the world of construction. So it's giving me a schedule from the world of construction as opposed to the world of IT where we were before. But that's okay. You can see it's pretty much the same approach. If we go back to where we were, I'm going to go out of this page because it's pretty much finished its job. Let's go back to the previous page. And if we hit where we were before and allow that to render, you could ask it to do exactly the same thing for where we previously were. It's trying to render. It's a little bit on the slow side, but I think that's the page now. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So in the past number of minutes, I've shown you project charter, project management plan, earned value, scheduling, We're going to do the three last, very simple, but the most important ones. Okay, so let's dive into creating a team charter. So for this project, create a team charter taking into account importance for collaboration, interpersonal skills, and team well-being. Doesn't miss a beat. And it's giving you a team charter for the global implementation. And that's what I was referring to as in the one-page trick. Once you start a page, look at it like it's a project template, and everything that you do, it will understand the context that you're trying to get it done in. And there you have it. There's your team charter. It's broken it down. Now, of course, it's a draft. So I would expect you as a project manager for every project you start, every project you lead, my goodness, you don't have a team charter, you didn't get the memo. You need a team charter for every project. And it works best when your team members agree on the charter details with you. So you could have this as a starting point, but I strongly suggest sitting down with humans, sit down with a team and build this out. All right. So we got a few more things to do and we're going to be done and dusted. The next thing we're going to do is talk about communication. How can you use this to build a solid communications management plan? Simple, role, goal, benefit. It knows you're the project manager, so you're just going to tell it the goal. Create, let's make that bigger so you can see it. Create a communications management plan for this project and make it as pragmatic as possible with daily stand-ups as well as weekly meetings. No longer than 30 minutes. Hit the enter key, giving it enough high-level information, and there's your plan. These are the kinds of things that project managers should begin to do. Don't feel, well, my company doesn't have all these software tools. I don't know how to do it. No, just go in as simple as I showed you. Go in there, let it begin to help you plan, because this is just advanced planning, right? You've already got some firepower on your devices. This just takes it up a notch. It makes it more intelligent and it gives you more constructive ways of communicating. And you can see you got the memo. You included me as the project manager and Jerry as the project sponsor. All right, I think we got one more thing to do, and that is stakeholder analysis and strategy. Okay. What I would advise you to do when it comes to your stakeholders is to create a stakeholder register. So create a stakeholder register for this project. Make it a bit bigger. For this project, including the stakeholders. I'm going to leave the typos and all in there. It knows what I'm saying, including the stakeholders, VP of engineering, HR, quality management, IT, the CIO, the CTO, the COO, and the CEO. And hit enter. Let ChatGPT do its magic. It knows what a stakeholder register is. It went to project management school. So it knows the format. You can trust it. You don't need to school it on the format. I've been working with this thing for a few months and I know it knows its project management fairly well. Now it's created a stakeholder register. You could say, create a stakeholder engagement plan for how best to engage each one of the stakeholders. simple prompt. Simple. But because you're on the same page, it knows the context. It knows who. So can you imagine having pages and pages of data, feeding this into ChatGPT and asking it to help you? It will help you. It will. So these are just a few ideas, my friends. I hope you found this to be helpful. I hope you found it to be inspiring, especially if you haven't started using the tool. I want to encourage you, jump in there, start using AI and ChatGPT. Right over there, you can see there's a link, ai.pmsucceed.com. Go on down there, register for training, and let's get you into the fast lane of artificial intelligence. Remember, I've got 3 books, AI and the Prompt Engineering Model, RGB Prompt Engineering Model, the Hollywood Model, and AI for Project Managers. You can find all of these at the Amazon store. Just going down to Amazon, I'll show you very quickly where you can get these. So if you go on Amazon right here, there's the Hollywood Model, and I've got it in audio and in text. So this teaches you how to write compelling screenplays, dramas, and stories. This is the AI book for project managers. Tons of prompts showing you step by step how to create stuff. Let me go to the site. See, I'm not showing it. Okay, there we go. So there's the AI for project managers. There's the Hollywood model for writers, and this is the RGB prompt engineering model. If you are on Audible, you can get this, download them on Audible, listen to them, get inspired, get wired, go to that next level, my friends. All right. Hi, Robert. How you doing? Good to see my buddy Robert here from YouTube, and everyone else who is watching. I appreciate you joining, and I wish you all the best in your AI. It's, again, I want to make it clear. It's not enough to just talk about what an AI can do. It's not enough to just say, well, it can analyze, it can do this, it can do that. When are you going to start doing it? People going to big old courses, $5,000, and then I ask, what did you learn? We learned that you can use it for business. You can use it to do this. You can use it to do that. Okay, what can you do? Crickets. Crickets. They didn't learn jack. They didn't learn nothing. If you want to learn, go on down to ai.pmsucceed.com. It would be a pleasure to work with you. I wish you all the very best in your AI journey. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, bookmark it. You might want to come back and listen to a few things I said. All right, you take care, and bye for now.